workshop.
We are.
We need to look at the calendar.
Good afternoon, folks.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Here we are again.
We need to bring the girls over at some point.
Yes.
We're going to give you some really interesting things today. At least I think they are. One of the things I wanted to bring up was...
The chalice and the palace and the thistle and the stistle.
Huh?
The chalice in the palace has the rue,
Danny
that,
Kaye,
the rue that is
yeah,
true,
yeah,
and the
right,
thistle
yeah.
has the thistle, the thistle.
The pestle and the thistle.
The
yes.
pistle and the thistle is the...
Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome.
Nice segue right there.
Yeah, I take some science magazines, and almost every one of them has something about AI in it. And the advertising for researchers and things like that also mentioned at the end AI. So we're not without AI ever. One of the things I ran into was the regenerative capacity of AI. And what that is they can, we've talked about this before, they within themselves can come up with things. Like if one of them was a man walking a dog. Can you make an image of that? There it is. But the thing that they claim is that they are best at doing the data they were trained on. In other words, they already have that in there someplace and know what to do with it. But I just thought that was just a little thing about, it's here, it's on us. We better be doing something, folks.
Well, if you guys get a chance, watch Moonfall. So Moonfall is about artificial intelligence. Now, have you made it through that movie yet?
No, I got to start at the beginning.
Okay. But that's interesting because you talk about it creates its own. So you just have to watch Moonfall. It is about AI. And it is about AI, and then it starts generating what it needs to function better, and it finds out that its only enemy is the human.
Oh, boy.
Well, also...
It's a good film, man. Moonfall. It is good.
The first Star Trek movie, where this dish was sent out into space, and all of a sudden not all of a sudden, but after some time, there's this humongous thing that kind of controls everything it runs into, and that's a demonstration of that, but it's also...
Was that big tube-looking thing in the air?
No. That was the one where the whales
Yeah, okay.
had to respond, and they eventually did. Of course, with a little time travel here and there,
Right.
And a little hijacking of whales from San Francisco somehow.
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Yeah. Anyway, they've kind of been a little bit ahead of what we're thinking about, and they're helping us think about some of this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I heard something pretty interesting the other day. It was on a business podcast that I listened to. And essentially what they were doing is looking for new business ideas or business opportunities. So what they did is they actually took the best-selling sci-fi novels over the course of like a 10-year period, and they looked at the concepts in those sci-fi novels, and a lot of that stuff has come to fruition over like 100 years or whatever, 50 years, whatever the case may be. Being able to like video chat somebody on a cell phone was once a sci-fi idea. Right? So those ideas that are born in sci-fi can sometimes become reality based on the end goal and what the people are trying to accomplish. So I thought it was a really interesting way to like look at business, but I think it also plays here because based on the magazine you're reading and all these, speaking of all this like call to action on chat GBT and artificial intelligence, this stuff is going to happen. The stuff that you're seeing play out in these videos is going to be something that we have to deal with in the very near future, it feels like.
We are dealing with it now, and it's going to get worse. Well, I don't know if you call it worse, maybe better. It might get better. But anyway, it's going to
I
get
would call
more
it worse.
It's going to be much more involved.
Change is good.
Change is good, but
Change is good. Change is good.
change is not. I am so used to change. I need a break from change.
So a question around that sort of thing was regulation. How do you regulate what AI, robots, computers, whatever, can do? How are you going to regulate that?
We talked about that one time, didn't you?
Yeah. What this article came down to was you got to have somebody check the checkers, check the people that are checking the AI, that goes on down the line. And as we know in current politics and all that stuff, it gets lost somewhere,
I think we have to really focus on the nefarious people who are out there to do negative.
So many of them.
There always is. There's going to be
Always.
somebody who's going to use this for some
Oh, yeah.
nefarious, bad thing.
Someone's selling snake oil. You know what I mean?
Somebody somewhere.
Someone's selling snake oil. And I don't think you can regulate it. Like, this is the Wild West right now.
Yeah.
It is the
It
Wild
is.
West.
Yeah, I mean,
It is.
So you hire guys that can go in, just like when they rob your computer, you hire guys that can go in and figure that out and stop it, that sort of thing. So one gets worse, you got to get smarter ones to keep that from ruining everything,
Oh.
But maybe they already have. I don't know.
I mean, if there's a grift, someone's going to find a way.
Yeah.
I was reading something
exactly.
the other day
Yeah.
where individuals are essentially farming out just artificial generated like marketing campaigns, and they're just handing them off and collecting a wage. You type the prompt into the computer, it spits it out, just totally shuffling it off to the customer, and it's like done. And there's whole side businesses that are basically on the rise right now for this. So that is a legal means of, like, they're not breaking any laws.
Nope.
They're doing the work, and the
Yeah.
customer is happy. So you can't fault them, but at the same time, that could be described as nefarious.
He must have computers at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dad.
Computers that work. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. We're going to do a GoFundMe for Dad
Check the
so
checkers.
he can get a Mac.
Uh-oh, Matt.
Yeah.
Big
Oh,
one?
that's what he was after.
He wants a new Mac.
Well, I'm just used to them,
Lemonade stand.
But they're
Yeah.
so expensive. My goodness. But, Anyway, folks, guess what?
We're starting to GoFundMe. The Ivan Files GoFundMe.
We do?
No.
Send your to here.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. We better tell them what our email is. I don't know if we've said that the last
It's
few times.
ivan.frazier@gmail.com, right?
That's one of them.
That's the only one
Is it?
that you can get to, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah. But at the winter solstice, which is going to come up sometime between the 21st and the 22nd, it usually falls in there somewhere, not right on midnight. But there is a celebration that really hasn't been mentioned at all, and probably might gain more more credibility as some time goes on, and that's crab celebration, crab wrestler celebration.
Crab wrestler celebration.
That's right, and we're going to be talking here very soon about how do you wrestle a king crab. Now those are really big crabs, and maybe have a lot of ancestors too.
Yeah.
And cousins
Pretty-
and
Lot of
children and all that
ancestors.
sort of thing.
Pretty big pinchers, which could
Pretty
cause you
big
men
pictures.
problems.
Yeah. So
Quite the royal engagement.
yeah. So.
Quite the royal engagement.
So this is one thing we're going to be doing on about sometime between the 21st and the 22nd. And there'll be conch shells, they'll be blowing those too. So
Awesome.
There'll be a celebration. And then there's, what does that say?
Shell harmony.
Wrestlers!
And,
Crab.
yeah.
Sweet,
Anyway.
sweet crabby Sue.
Yeah.
Sweet Krabby Sue.
Yeah, there's going to be a competition, for the maid of the crab wrestling celebration. And
So are all
it's
the
gonna
other
be-
crabs wrestle for her?
It's going to be. We just got to find a crab. What's that say?
Sweet Krabby Sue.
That's it, sweet crabby Sue. I have a little trouble here with that. And so, you want to be listening to your radios and all that stuff to find out when this is going to happen. But, it's going to be more popular.
It's
You get
gonna
more
be
people
epic.
to get this. See, this is what you get for wrestling crabs. So,
Title belt.
Title belt?
Yeah.
title belt, yeah.
What was when you wrestled that crab, did you get pinched very often?
Oh, yeah.
Did
yeah.
you?
Yeah. In really bad places.
Really bad places.
So anyway, are we done today?
I think so.
Okay. Well, have a nice week, folks. We'll see you next week.
Right on, gang.
Next year,
Take
Dad.
care. Next year.
Next year.
No, next Tuesday.
No, we're taking that week off.
We are?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you can say Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy